Hey everyone, it's Ruby here and welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for watching. Now I have another hacks video for you all, which I am super excited about because I will be sharing with you how I like to deep clean and cleanse my makeup sponges. Now this method that I'm about to show you is super cost effective and very efficient at breaking down even the most stubborn makeup trapped inside your sponge. It also does an amazing job at killing and removing the bacteria inside your sponge, since we all know that sponges are the perfect breeding ground for nasties, so you don't want to be putting any of that on your face. So if you'd like to see me turn this dirty baby sponge into a squeaky clean baby sponge, then please keep on watching. So for the purpose of this video, I will be demonstrating on 3 different sponges. The first one, a Mecca Maxima sponge. The second one, a small Real Technique sponge. And the third one, the original sponge, the Beauty Blender. So I went around and I asked my girlfriends, if you're not using the Beauty Blender soap, then what are you using to clean your makeup sponges? So the first answer was dishwashing detergent, and the second, just plain regular hand soap. So the first soap that I am demonstrating is the dishwashing liquid. So when I asked my girlfriends why they were using dish soap, and they pretty much said that it was to break down the oils inside of their foundation so they can easily clean their sponges. But if you look at the ingredient list of your foundation, you will see that water is at the top of the list. Oils and emollients were typically used in old school makeup, and the majority of makeup that I have in my collection is water-based. So you're probably looking at the way that I was applying the dishwashing liquid to my sponge and then massaging the sponge, trying to get all that product out. As you can see, all that rubbing and all that product was for nothing, and I still have foundation stains trapped inside of my Beauty Blender. So I'm going to try again. I'm going to add more dishwashing liquid to my sponge, and I'm just going to try and massage the product out. Just a disclaimer, I'm trying to be really gentle with this sponge because anybody who has owned Real Technique sponges would know that they are quite delicate and the sponge actually rips and tears quite easily. So as you can see, I'm quite fed up with the dishwashing liquid and I pretty much give up trying to get the foundation stains out using this detergent. Onto a new sponge, and I'm using the Mecca Maxima Beauty Sponge, and we're going to try out the hand soap. Since this is a bigger sponge, I'm going to use more soap. Now I have a bone to pick with liquid hand soaps. Now as you can see, it's just foaming up. There's not a lot of product coming out of the Beauty Blender. It's still pretty much trapped inside of my sponge. I'm trying to scratch it out, but I'm doing nothing except, damaging my sponge. So at this point, I'm wringing it out. I'm trying to squeeze as much foundation out of this sponge, but as you can see, my efforts once again are for nothing. And once again, I am pretty disappointed with the outcome because I was actually, trying to squeeze the product out of my sponge. Like, I could have literally been doing that for an hour and there would have still been foundation trapped inside of my sponge. Now I'm going to show you what I like to do when cleaning my beauty blenders, and I am so confident with this method that I am using a white beauty blender that is covered in foundation. So as you can see, I am just using a bar of soap, and any bar of soap works really, really well at this. I have no idea why bar soap works so well at removing foundation and concealer from inside of your makeup sponges, but as you can see, it's like magic. It soaps up, quite well. It gets very sudsy. But when you rinse it out, it rinses out really easily. Now, as you can see, I'm massaging once again the exact same way as I massaged the other sponges. Now, I'm going to show you how much, product comes out of those little stains that are left behind on your sponge. Now, massaging alone won't, get rid of these stains. What you need to do is pinch the sponge in between your fingers and then just pull and draw the foundation and concealer out of your sponge, just like I'm doing here. You'll be surprised to see just how much foundation and concealer comes out of those small stains that most people just accept as, being makeup stains, but there's so much product left inside your sponge that you really do need to pinch and massage out. I just want to remind you all that this is a white beauty blender and I just used a regular bar of soap, and it literally took me half the time to clean all the makeup out compared to, the dishwashing liquid and also the hand soap. Now I'm going to go back and, take the other sponges that I was, demonstrating on earlier, and I'm going to clean them with the hand soap. And this is how much, makeup was trapped inside the sponge that the dishwashing liquid wasn't able to get out. It's scary, right? That so much makeup can be left inside a very small sponge or because you're not using the right soap. Now I'm going to do the same with the Mecca Maxima sponge, and I just want you to see how much product was trapped inside of this particular sponge. And you can see that when I'm wringing out the actual sponge, but if you have a look at the water, it's just getting dirtier and dirtier. And now we have a nice squeaky clean sponge, all thanks to a cheap bar of soap. And that is how I clean my sponges in a very cost-effective and efficient way. I told you it was quick, and I told you it was going to be super affordable. Bye, Beauty Blender soap. You can subscribe to my channel by hitting my face right here. This icon right here with my face on it, that is where you subscribe, but you can also subscribe down below as well. And while you're there, hit the thumbs up button because that always helps. Thank you so much for watching. I love you, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.